Alright guys, Mechanic Phil back. I'm getting ready to install the piston assemblies in the block. I have everything laid out. I got the assembly lube, I got break-in oil to rub on the cylinders, I got new bolts, I got all the tools I'm going to need. One thing I'm going to go ahead and show you before I get started is some of the tools I am using. I am using a snap-on piston ring compressor, part number RC980. Also using the Permatex Ultra Slick assembly lube. I'm going to rub the cylinders down with the engine break-in oil. I got a hammer to help knock in the pistons. I've cleaned everything. I got a 19mm wrench to put on the crank socket so I can turn it after every piston installation. I got a torque wrench. The rod bolts do take their external torques. This is one of the used old torque to yield bolts. Not using those. Got the new ones, like I said in the previous piston ring installation video. But yeah, if you can see it. But this is the connecting rod bolt for this engine. I don't know how well you can see it, but there it is. Already got the piston rings on, got the bearings installed. Pretty much the only thing left to do it is to do it. All right, so I'm gonna set you up here and then we'll get going. I'm gonna show you how I do it and then we'll go from there. All right, hold on while I get everything set up. All right, so since this is a 4-cylinder engine, I'm going to let's get you a better angle, or not as much light. So since this is a 4-cylinder engine, there we go. All right, so 4-cylinder engine. Number 1 cylinder is at the front, then 2, 3, and 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the crank or the wrist pin all the way at the bottom. And this, I'm going to be doing cylinders 1 and 4 first. Let's see. All right, so if you see down in there where my hand is right now, that's your wrist pin. You want it down because just in case you hit it, or it's just safer that way. I'm gonna do cylinder number 1 and so forth. I'll do cylinder 1 and 4 just because that's where the crank is set, and we'll do it. I'm gonna go back to, this is the ring compressor I'm using. It's a snap-on or Blue Point, same thing. There are 6 different sizes of this, depending on what size of piston you're installing. And it goes a certain way, but we'll get it ready. And this does get a little messy, but we'll clean everything up when we're done. And this is just going to help lubricate it while you're assembling the engine. a little on side pistons. All right, on these pistons, there is an arrow to face the front. So we'll go ahead and slide this in there nice and gently. All right, just like so. We'll take our hammer. We're just gonna use the end because it's soft. You're just gonna gently tap it in. All right, there's number one. Then what you're gonna do, you're just gonna gently, slowly push it down. Till the rod finds its way to the crank. All right, there's that one. We'll go ahead and spin it over. The torque spec for this, I believe, is 30 Newton meters. All right, we got this on here. Oh, where you at? All right, there she is. All right, got this on here. We will go put on our main, our cap. Remember, this cap will only go on one way. Which there is a little notch. If you see this little notch right here at the top, there's one on the rod already. So all we're gonna do, slide it down like so. Then we'll get our new rod bolts, put some oil on them, crank them down. This will be cylinder number one. The rod bolt, the head is lubricated, the threads are lubricated, and this just helps seat it, or gives it a more even torque on here. Remember, these bolts are one-time use only. And the torque spec is 30 Newton meters plus an additional 90 degrees. All right, this is already set. And we'll go ahead and torque. And I just try and do even turns on here just to draw the bolts down nice and even. And remember, these bolts can only be used once. All right, now we'll go to 90 degrees on the first one. All right, now what I like to do, I'm gonna spin it over. Now we're gonna get ready for cylinder number 2. Or cylinder number 4, I should say. All right. Now what I like to do, now that number 1 piston isn't installed and it's at bottom dead center right now, is I like to go out here on the crank bolt. And all I like to do is spin this around, and you should be able to do it nice and easy. All right, you're gonna go back, put the wrist pin at the bottom, so we're gonna do number 4. And no rush. You don't want to miss a step or mess it up, so just take it nice and slick, easy. All right, like this one does not want to go, so we'll pull it back out. Reset the tool. And we'll try it again. It should go in nice and easy. Just like so. Because you do not want to break a piston ring. You don't want to mess the cylinder up. Spin it over. Actually, no, we'll push it all the way down first. And make sure the cap is right. You're looking for that little nub. Nub is forward. One thing I'll do once I get done is I'm going to check all the piston squirters, make sure they're all oriented correctly, they're not hitting nothing. But everything should be good. Okay, second piston, cylinder number 4, we'll spin it around. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. All right, go ahead and put this crank back at the bottom. We'll do cylinder number 2 next. Oh, missed a step. But apparently my glove broke. All right, here we go. Front of the engine. We got one more to go after this. Alright, spin it around. Last cylinder, cylinder number 3. We'll be done. Now, one thing you do not want to do is you do not want to put oil or grease or assembly lube underneath the bearings. That will for sure cause the bearing to spin. Whoa! Clean that up. It's okay to make a little mess, but that is way too much. Oh, there you go. Last one. Alright, one thing you for sure want to be careful of is sometimes when you put these pistons in with the bearings in them, sometimes they like to fall out. Luckily, none of these have wanted to fall out. Nub matches the other one. So, and our last 2 bolts. They do have new torque wrenches that actually have torque angles built into them. I just always been using mechanical ones, so until it breaks, use what I got. I think we're done. Let's see. I think we're good. We're done with this step of the project. All right, so here's what we got. So I don't know what the next video is going to be. It'll probably be oil pump related, because I got to get that done before I put the oil pan on. There's some timing chains that got to go on the oil pump, and I'll go a little bit in depth on all that when I get there. But I appreciate y'all. Leave your comments, concerns, and criticisms below, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.